Akko here. Welcome back to FTB Resurrection on the Utopia³ server. There's a few of us on at the minute. There we go. That's who's on at the minute. And look at Craft 136 deaths. He's loving it. I'm still Island Ron and Ego. Might have to change that. They're probably pretty well geared now though, so there's not going to be that many deaths now that people are geared, is they? So last time I finished, I was building this thing. Now I've moved it from in there to in here. That's because we have changed our mind again after possibly fairly heated discussion. We came to an agreement that we each need a bit of space for building our own projects and stuff. So we have got a hold each of the ship, and I'll go and show you what the finished hold's going to look like in a minute. But I brought my thing across here, and I've expanded it to do right down to octuple. I've not got an octuple yet, but I have got one of the Queen's finest septuples. There we go. So I've got a septuple compressed cobblestone, which is 5 million cobble, so we're getting there. Now this will go a lot quicker, like I've said, once we have got 2 stacks of 64 of them in each of these, and then we might have to have a couple of more of these hyper rationings into rationings, so that we're getting stacks through these at a time. At the minute, they're all hyper rationed, just because it keeps it in order. But as this gets quicker, I might have to swap some of these out for the other ones. Now, you may notice that I've actually added more transfer nodes here. What I've actually got now is I have got covers separating the lines there. What I've actually got is 9 transfer nodes, so I've got 1 cobble gen for each barrel. So each barrel is getting its own private feed. The only issue with that is when I'm upgrading, putting more in, I couldn't reach one in the middle without breaking the cover and getting in there. So what I've done is I've added on a transvector dislocator here, and I can go like that, and I can pop the middle one out. I can add more stuff to it, and I can put it back in the middle. So that transvector dislocator there, very useful tool. It's just pulling the transfer node out the middle of there, hidden behind the covers, and that's going to let me upgrade it. I can't upgrade it really yet because we've got no lapis, and that's kind of what I want to work on. Some things like certain materials that we need is what I'm going to work on this episode. I just wanted to show you this stuff first. So yeah, we're all the way down to there, and once we get an octuple, very useful. My reasons for wanting all this, my reasons for continued use of these things is, if you look at octuple, a couple of people have told me, I've never actually looked it up in any eye. We can smelt an octuple cobble into a block of bedrockium, and then you can shape crafting, so you can put a block of bedrockium, get 9 bedrockium ingots. So 1 octuple, 9 bedrockium ingots, very useful because 1, we can make bedrockium drums, which are a bit too big, 65 million, but once you've used a bedrockium drum, the normal drums are all 256, which is not a too bad amount. They feel miles too small and they fill up too quick. So I want bedrockium drums, and I should have kept any eye open. So where's it gone? Smelting, block of bedrockium ingots, and of course the other thing that I'm going to want is the QED recipe, is the transfer node, the hyper energy transfer nodes, because they go into the survivalist generators that I plan for the ship to run on. I like the shape that they are. I want 32 of them, possibly 64, in the engine room over there. That's going to be the fake power gen for this ship. Now I think 32 is going to give me about 10k RF. Will give the boat about 10k RF a tick. So I think I've not actually worked it out today, so I might be wrong on that. So what we've got actually now then is Nemson Ego and we haven't decided. Yeah, I think it's Nemson Ego, I think. So they must be having 5 then. So I think at the minute 1 is going to be the shared room that has all the goods in, processing, stuff like that. And then if we come through the boat, this is Lewis's room, WTF Geeks. There you go, Bay 2 Lewis. I'm in Bay 3, and this is how I've done my lighting, and this is how I've done the lighting in the finished one as well. So this is my bay, which is going to be mostly mob spawners, I think. Certain automated stuff, but mostly mob spawners. And then we've got raw active room here. Now I've been using some stuff in here, which I'll come back to in a minute. I made a couple of little things in here that I'll be moving out in a bit, but I just wanted to show you before I dismantle them and move them. And then looks like this is going to be Nemson and Ego's room, because this is the only one that's not claimed. And then this is the finished one, which If you look over here, the mighty minions claimed. So it looks like Nicholas has got base 6. So this is what I wanted the base like. Now, picture this as a completed ship, oil tanker. These are meant to be the oil tanks, like when the oil tanker's working, these are full of oil. So I'm thinking this is a recommissioned oil tanker. So I wanted these to look like tanks. So I've gone with slightly beveled edges, because that's how you get strength into a tank, isn't it? You have a slightly beveled edges. So picture this was once armoured out of steel, armoured out of metal plates, and we've taken over the oil tanker, we've repurposed it into a mobile lab, let's say, and we've done out the bays, we've done out the oil tanks as laboratories. So this is laboratory 6, which was oil tank 6. So that's kind of what I'm going for here. I'm going with a Tyrian floor that I overuse. I've gone with the laboratory walls that I overuse just because it's so clean. It looks a little bit janky at night because there's shadows on the walls. It looks better during the day. But what I've got is, I've got glowstone in carpenter blocks in the floor. I've also got some glowstone in the slopes here and the ones at the top. And in these. These have got glowstone. These are actually carpenter blocks with glowstone in. But that's kind of what I'm going for. And you can see it's symmetrical. We've got an alleyway through on both sides. We are going to have the corridor through on both sides. I've only done one side up to now. I've not done that side. But this is the corridor here. So this is going to come from the engine room and the forecastle of the ship. And this is where you can get into the bays. And then this is going to be like a landing pontoon with some stairs up to the deck. This, of course, is going to be all the deck up here. So this is going to run along the side. I might have some windows and stuff in this. Not decided yet, but I'm going to have a skin of I'm going to have the hull of the ship. It's going to be a skin on the outside of this. You're not going to see any cobble when it's done. All the cobble is going to be hidden behind skins. So this comes all the way down, and just because I didn't want us to like never see each other, if we just had this corridor to get into our own zones, then you'd maybe run by my zone, but you'd never go in it. So what I've done is I've kept these paths through the bays, so that people really should use these paths to go through the bays. So you'll end up being in amongst people's machinery and seeing each other and that. So we're not like, hopefully, it's not like we're just playing in 6 separate little worlds. Hopefully it'll be like one living ship with 6 identical bays, but what the people put in them, what Nicholas, Nemson, Ego, Rorax, Lewis and myself put in these should give each one a little bit of character. That's my plan anyway. Oh, that's my hope anyway. So that's as far as I've got with the boat building. It's taking me a lot of time. It's taking a lot of resources. Now, these Tyrian, of course, take iron ingot for each 8. So that's a lot of iron. Lab blocks, of course, take quartz, and that's a lot of quartz. And yeah, factory blocks take iron as well. So mainly iron and quartz is what we're using here. So one of the things I want to do is work towards a decent way of getting quartz. And what I think I'm going to do, I'm not doing it for a couple of seasons. I'm going to do bees. I've never done Gendustry. We're going to have a go at Gendustry. So I'm going to try and get that going in this episode by getting the first bits made. Now, this is version 1.0.0 of the pack, and it's an alpha. I'm expecting we'll get Binny's mods in later on, because if this is meant to be like Feed the Beast Ultimate was, Feed the Beast Ultimate had Binny's mods, so I'm expecting that this will get it added at some later date. I think it's 1.7.10 ready now. So I think getting started on bees now will have me ready for when we, if or when we get Binny's mods. So what I've done is, earlier on, I was out in the world collecting some stuff. I've got a bag with a lot of bees in there to get started, and yeah, I've never done this Gendustry. It looks a lot quicker actually and easier than any type of bee breeding I've done before. So shall not do a lot of the boring stuff on camera, but I'll show you all the machines work and stuff. Now what I've been doing in this room is, this is where I've got the quartz from for building the walls there. I've got actually enough to build quite a few more walls there, so I'll get some more done once I've done this video. Rorax has kindly lent me this little setup here, so he brought it over here for me to use. I've actually been using it to make some iron as well. I've been in man some iron because I ran out. We're sharing resources, but at the minute we are not really up to speed on the processing of our resources coming in, so we're a little bit short on stuff. Iron being one of the things. I think we're down to no stacks of iron, so that's a bit of an issue. So I went and mined about 4 stacks of nether quartz, See, once I've seen all this, I think maybe it's maybe not worth doing the B stuff. But like I said, I think Binny's mods are going to come in. I'm going to gamble that Binny's mods are going to come in, and the fact I've never used Gendustry, so I want to play with it anyway. And because back to FTB Ultimate, which was my first series, I did all the Bs, and I used the Bs for Platinum for the the end game Greg Tech stuff like the fusion reactors. But all this, and all the quartz for that room over there came from 4 stacks another quartz. So to process them via Greg Tech, this is it's loud, isn't it? Is what this is. Let me for now get rid of that over there. You just shut up a minute. So I think this is the first of the electrical age stuff. Oh, by the way, I'm using a resource pack. Makes things look a bit nicer inside of Greg Tech's machines. There's still no tooltips, but it's a little bit more obvious what's going on. And they certainly do look a bit prettier. So there's, I believe they're blast furnaces. Yeah. What's that? A boiler. There we go. So they look a bit prettier. I do actually like these pipes. Look at them. They actually look pretty cool. I don't know why it's not connected there, but they look like proper industrial look going on there, aren't they? The resource pack, and Rorax put me onto this, is called Pyro's Greg Tech Alternate Textures by Pyrolusate. And if you just do a Google search for that, it'll take you to the IC2 forum where you can get that. A couple of people have asked me about the Enchant FX Killer. Sice made that. You have to pester Sice if you want that. That's the one that takes the glow off my enchanted stuff. Anyway, giving Sice more work, I'm sure I'll appreciate that. So for this, to get nether quartz, so let's start off with some nether quartz. Oh, not sure we've got to this stage. So nether quartz, what I've done is, if you smelt it, you just get 1 nether quartz per ore, which is terrible. What I've done, macerated it, which is what this machine is here, and then from the crushed nether quartz ore, it goes into the forge hammer, which is the machine next to it, and then from there, there's nether quartz dust. I'm going to take it out and wash it. You can use an autoclave, and depending on what type of water you use, you get more chance of getting a result. So if you look at that, 95% if you use distilled water, and if you use normal water, it's 90%. So you get but it's still not 100% chance of getting nether quartz from your dust, which is kind of a ball ache. So what I've been doing is I've been washing it, which turns it into, what's got any left? Washing it, which turns it into nether quartz dust. So I've been washing it in this little cauldron over here that I've added a nice little setup just to refill it. So what we've got under here, this will be coming out anyway because I've asked people not to build into the floor. So, but this is, I built this, so I need to pull it out. Basically, it's the same as what I've got for the milker for the cow. You've got a autonomous activator that's clicking full buckets of water into the cauldron. You've got this with a filter to take empty buckets. Empty bucket gets put into this one. Autonomous activator fills the bucket. Filter on that transfer node says full bucket, puts it back into there, fills that up. So whenever you throw any dust in there to clean it, it just automatically refills them with refills the cauldron with water for you, so you never have to refill it, which is quite nice because it's a bit of a ball ache having to fill this up every couple of seconds when you're doing stuff manually. So that's going to come out after this episode anyway. The other thing we needed, so that gets it to this stage with the quartz dust, and from there what we're using is this. We could autoclave that as well, 70% chance, 90% chance, no good. Chemical reactor, 3 of them, which are 3 nether quartz dust. 3 nether quartz dust gets you 3 nether quartz. So there, that's where we're getting our nether quartz, 100% chance in this chemical reactor. For that, you also need sodium. So that's what this machine does here. This is an electrolyzer. So if you look in there, we have got sodium dust and nether quartz dust in here. And I think this is stopped because it's full of chlorine, and that drum's full. But this is Rorax's stuff, and I don't want to break it, so I don't want to take anything off it. But what we've got is Pam's Harvestcraft salt, and salt and electrolyzer. Actually, it's meant to be Greg Tech salt, but this stuff works as well. Turns into sodium, which is what you run in there to get your nether quartz. So that's what I get. That's what I'm getting nether quartz for the building. The way we're getting the salt nice and easy. I've got it hidden under here. This is all going to come out as well after this episode, so I might as well just pull all out to show you. What I've got down there is a liquid crafter. 1 bucket of water gets you these things, fresh water from Pam's Harvest Craft. So in a liquid crafter, which of course needs a redstone pulse on it to work, and underneath there is a aqueous accumulator, fill it with water. So you just put a water bucket there, and it'll start making these things for you. Redstone clock, pulsing it, makes them really quick. Got that feeding out into a barrel, so I've got a barrel full of that freshwater stuff there. Also very good for Farmcraft this, because I don't know why I did that. I have to put that somewhere now. Very good for Farmcraft because this has got aqua on it, so you actually get an aqua from nowhere. You're magicking aqua up. So if you're doing something that's using a lot of aqua, there you go, look, each one of them. Nice clean aqua with no byproducts. That's quite nice. Which is why I know about this, because someone told me about it in a comment for my Resident Rise, because I'm using aqua to double up my Cetus quartz, because we've got farming logistics. Sidetrack. Let's go away from that sidetrack. So we've got that there, and then what I've got here is I've got a little extra utilities crafting. I really do like this. This is what I showed you the last episode. So because this recipe we've got in here uses a pot and one of them water things. So if you look at salt, I'm making this stuff here, Pam's Harvest Craft salt. It's a pot and a water bucket or a fresh water. So a pot and a fresh water. So what I've got here is a crafting bench with a transfer node with a world interaction upgrade, and because there's only 2 inventories behind it, it only checks them 2 inventories. One of them's got the water in, that one just got the pot in it. So that is maybe a barrel full of salt. How easy is that? How nice and simple is that setup? I like this a lot. This works really nice. So there we go. That's why I've been getting salt. Right. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to jump back to my other base, because I finally grown my node. I've been trying to get it to 64 in each aspect, so I just thought I'd energise it on camera. I'm tempted to bring it back here, but I'm thinking this is like a magic-y base. I'm going to keep that to a tech base over there, so I don't want to take any magic over there with me, really. So this is going to stay here. It isn't going to let me put V-relays and stuff around. But what we've got here, if you look at this now, really kind of gets in the way a little bit, because I'm actually trying to look at it on the actual thing above it. But if you see there, we have got everything is at least 64. Air is the last one I've just finished getting up to 64. It just ticked off to 64, and it was like 2 air left in the node that I was draining. So that's going to get us at least 8 of each. Now, Aqua and Terra up near 81, that'll take it to 9. And I know that Tutelman's got Aqua and Tutelman's got Terra in, definitely. So we're probably going to get a couple of 9s in here, but mostly 8. So first thing I need to do is make this guy. So let's get on crafting one. There's my scepter. Bang that in there. What we're missing? We are missing a node stabilizer. I thought I'd actually made a transducer, but I can't find it. So if I have made it, I've thrown it away by mistake. What we've got in here is that's going to go in there. And we get a node transducer. Lovely. Yeah, because I thought I had the. Unless I'm getting mixed up when I made that one. I thought I had the redstone block and everything ready for it, but that's probably that one. So what I'm also going to need is there's my bag of building tricks that I've been using. All my building materials, just so I don't have to keep going back to a chest when I want stuff. I want that to be one of them. What's it called? Past it, can't find it now. So I'm scrolling through them by holding shift down. I use my mouse wheel, by the way, if you're wondering. Prism slope is the one I want, so it looks nice and tidy. And a redstone block. And that can go on top of there now. Now, what I actually need to do with this is, for this to be an energized node, it needs to have the stabilizer turned on. I've not had these stabilizers turned on. That sign can go now actually as well. I've not had these stabilizers turned on, but what these are secret levers from secret rooms on the floor, so I can actually just turn it on like that. That's an actual lever there. I want to move them now, because what you don't want to happen is you don't want that to turn off when it's got the transducer on, because it'd go boom. You can turn the transducer itself off, and the node will revert back into a normal node. So there's my transducer. Give it a redstone signal, which is what this is for, and it's going to become an energized node. So what it does, it drains everything down to 0, and then it'll transform this into an energized node of primals that will recharge on a flat rate. So yeah, I should get them out of the way. I need some levers, so I was messing about with them. Because yeah, if you turn that off, if you break this or turn that off, it's going to go boom. If you take the redstone off that, it'll gradually unenergize, let's say, and go back into a normal node, but it'll start at zeros, so you may lose one of your aspects. I'm not sure how much of a chance there is of losing aspects. I don't really want to risk it, so it's not something I've done. Something I shall have to try in a test world though. What I'm looking for? I'm looking for some wood. What will be in there? There we go. We have got one energized node. Give me just a second. We'll see what we've got. And I want one of them. Make that into a parquet. Spruce wood parquet. There we go. So what we got? We've got a 7. Ah, you son of a bitch. See, that said 64. Must have been only just 64. Well, that's a shame. That's an ugly node now, isn't it? I wanted all 8s because base 8, you know. I'm not happy with that. Well, never mind. So now, anyway, I've got an energized node. I can make V relays and I can recharge stuff quicker. Unfortunately, I can't recharge my staff, which is why I needed this setup. So I still need that to recharge my staff, or I need to make a V necklace, that guy. V storage, because that will charge if I'm just stood near a V relay. So we'll talk about V relays if you don't know what I mean. I mean these things. This one goes on your workbench there, and that's the normal one that can go on walls and stuff. So if you're near one of them with one of these necklaces on, one of these amulets, then it will recharge the amulet up to 250, and it'll also, the amulet will then recharge your staff. So if you're using staffs, that's kind of what you want to have. So that's I think everything covered I wanted to catch you up on. So what I'm going to do now, oh, I did make some mob spawners after last time as well. I said I was going to, I've pulled them all out again because they're actually in this other bag. I made some care staff spawners. They're in this orange one. If you look in there, there's all the bits. I've got some grinders, a care staff, and one auto spawner. I've got a red cap there, and I've got then Nicholas got a wither skeleton. So we've been getting some of them. Now the red cap I've got, which is alright, but it takes power. So what I've actually done, I've gone into the nether, into the Twilight Forest there. I brought a diamond dolly off Rorax, and I've got in that a red cap spawner, an actual one out of a hill. So I'm going to set that up with gold spikes and fans. So I've got a completely free way of getting red cap kills. And what red caps do is they drop you iron boots. So I'm going to create a place where I can get iron boots. Very similar to this. What I've got in here, there's no iron boots in there. What we're getting from these guys is you get gold stuff. So look at all this gold armour. So I've got an advanced filing cabinet there. There's a filter under there, and the filter is set to fuzzy metadata, fuzzy MBT, and it's got gold boots, leggings, chest plate, and helmet. So that's collecting all the gold bits. Put that block back into there, and that just keeps them in there. What we can do with these, now I am looking at, I'm maybe not going to automate with the gold. Well, I probably will, because if I'm going to automate with the iron, I might as well automate it with both, aren't I? So I'll probably end up sending all this gold stuff into an ender chest. And what you can do with it, come back in the restorer. So we're using a bit of rubber here. We're using a bit of stuff from our rubber farm, because our rubber farm gets us the wood that makes the charcoal as well, and of course gets us the rubber. So in our little setup in the smeltery building over there. By the way, while we're waiting for that, I picked up my fisherman because the gather golem was getting on my nerves. You see, I've got warded pavers there, he kept going in the water. Once the warded pavers were there, he kept getting up on the fence here, getting stuck or then going in the water. So in the end I just lost my rag with him and I boxed him. So I've got no fisher golem at the minute. Not the fisher golem works awesome. It's the fact that he throws fish all over, and the gavel golem's a bit of an idiot. So as you can see, what I'm doing here, I am repairing these. There is a way of doing this without repairing it, but that means getting a, what does that mean? Getting a crusher from Railcraft. But I like this method, using the repair, and then use an alloy furnace. You can bang repaired ones of them in there, and for each one of these you're going to get 8 gold ingots. So, come on. Bam, there we go, 8 gold ingots. So you get 100% of the gold back that would have took to make this. So that's how I've been getting gold. And I want to do the same for getting iron, because I'm using a lot of iron in building. So the red cap spawner is going to get me iron boots, which the red caps drop. And I'm going to automate this. Now I think I can put stuff in that with a autonomous activator. Not tried it yet. But, and I think I'm just going to do a timer, so it pulls them out after like 10 seconds or whatever. Because I'm not going to get, we'll be getting boots every like 10 seconds from a spawner. So maybe like 20 seconds, get to pull it out. 20 seconds, get to pull it out. Send it straight to one of my alloy smelters. Can automate the full thing. Going to build that on the boat though. And I'm probably not quite ready for it. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to cut. I'm going to make the Gendustry stuff. Just because I've never done it before. Like I said, about 8 times in this episode. And I think I had a couple of... I wonder where they've gone. I thought I had a couple of apiaries from the building that was there that pulled down was an NPC apiary, wasn't it? So I'll have to have a look. I might have been there when I ran out of space. I hope not. Okay then, my apiaries were actually in there, and I've lost them again now. Oh there they are, look, there they are. But turns out I don't actually need them. Just been into single player, had a quick look, and you can make these apiaries from Gendustry really easily. Bit of bronze piston, bit more bronze, and a little bit of gold and stuff, but mostly bronze, a bit of glass. So I just need some glass to finish these off actually. So let's grab some glass. 1, 2, 3. And yeah. There we go. 2. Oops, I failed. Give me one of them. There we go. 3. So I've got now, wonderfully, 3 is industrial apiaries. So I'm going to chuck one here just to show you it. Now these need power, so you're not enough power, 20 hour for tick. And what you do, your princess goes there, your drone goes there, and your power goes there. And you've got these slots here. Now the slots, you can put these wonderful things in that you can craft. So if I was living in a desert, for example, I can make this thing, plains emulation upgrade. Now check this out, that is quite expensive. That's diamonds, lapis, and a golden chipset. Ooh. But you can make that thing, plains emulation, so you could be living in like a snow biome, and then but forest speeds will work because you've got that. Very nice. Light upgrade. Upgrade frame is not too bad. Tin, yeah, that's okay. So light upgrade frame, so you can have them so they work at night, just by a bit of glowstone, bit of glass, one of them. Very nice. And you see, these all had power. So yeah, energy consumption 10%. So these all put your power up. Very nice. Maximum lifespan. It's all quite cheap. I'm impressed. It makes things a lot easier. So production upgrade is one you want one of your proper production bees, and you can have 8 of them in there. Look at that. So for quite a bit more power, you can get quite a bit more production out of them. So they're all good. I shall get some of them made. What I cannot make at the minute. So I've made this thing, mutagen producer. And if we put him down, you'll see that he also needs power. And if you look at his recipes, so that we can make mutagen out of rather redstone, radioactive stuff, or glowstone. You can get some of this mutagen stuff, and use that in the mutatron, which is what you use to combine your bees. So instead of like a normal apiary, if you'd want a common bee, you'd get an apiary. You'd put a forestry princess and a forest and meadow. So like a forest, either way around. Any mundane bee with any other mundane bee can get you a common, so you get a chance of getting a common. With a mutatron, you just put them in there and it does it for you. What we need for this though is this genetic processor, which uses a pulsating chipset Now for that I need an assembly table, and unfortunately I've only got 7 diamonds. So I could make the thing if I had an assembly table, but I haven't got the assembly table yet. It's going to take me more than 7 diamonds to get an assembly table. If we look at BC Silicon, we're going to on assembly table is going to take 5 diamonds, and then laser is going to take at least 2. So there's my 7 gone. So then I ain't got 4 for the thing. So I ain't got diamonds to make that. What I need to do then is work out where getting diamonds. And I think I've seen a couple of other people on the server have done it. I think I'm going to try and catch a mushroom from the maze in the Twilight Forest. So I'm going to go try and find a maze. I'm going to get myself a maze map. I said I did a bit the other day. I've got a box of tricks in here that I've got, and I've got a maze map focus there. So if I head into a maze and then make a maze map, I should be able to find the boss room pretty quick, as long as it's not being killed itself yet. And I'm going to capture it in a safari net. So I shall meet in the Twilight Forest. In fact, no, before I go to the Twilight Forest, really quickly, let's break them. I just want to show you really quickly before I go to the Twilight Forest. I did actually make the V-Relay things. So there we go, I've got a V-Relay, V-Charge Relay on each of my arcane workbenches now. So anyone on the server wants to come and make stuff in there, it'll use the V out of the scepter and then it'll just replenish itself. Cool. See you in the Twilight Forest. Well then, here we are. It took some doing. As you can see, I've got 30 levels. I've got a lot of slime balls, charms of keepings, maze map focuses, and all the good stuff. And that's got a silverfish in it. I've got an empty one. Didn't see that snake up on me, did I? Just if you're playing any pack with no region on, really, runic shields. Hello. Get off. Runic shields and that guy, the revitalizing ring. When your runic shield gets broken, you get a little regen pop, and it'll do maybe nearly about 8 of your hearts back. Really does make a difference for running through dungeons like this. Really does. It's actually very awesome. Right, let's look in here. Should have an empty one. I have. Excellent. So let's get that empty guy. So this guy here, the boss, see he's got a diamond axe. And what we can do with him is we can grab him in a safari net. Hello. Pop, like that. We've got that manus room in there now. What we can do, we can spawn him in the MFR spawner, and we can get diamond axes off him. Now, I wouldn't normally do this. I've had this in packs before. I've not done it because there's ways of getting diamonds, but because of Greg, of course, our diamond ore comes silk touched, so we can't use fortune, so you can't get diamonds that way. If you look at processing your diamond ore, then 1 diamond smelting, 2 I think from a hammer. Only 1 from the hammer. You got 2. Interesting. I actually thought you got 2 from a hammer. 1 1/4 lacerate mate. So if you go with this route, then it becomes diamond dust, and then you're going to need something to make it back into diamond again. Implosion compressor. So there's really, unless you're forced to go the Greg route to get anything more than 1 diamond per ore, which means I don't mind doing this. I'm going to get the diamond axes that this guy drops, which are they named? They must be named because I don't see it there unless I'm being blind. So yeah, maybe it's a named axe. So I'll meet you back at the base. Now it's getting a bit late, so I might not have time to put my spawners together properly, but I'll at least show you this in action. I've been running around this maze all over the place. A couple of other useful things. The hyper-energetic night sword is really useful, because you don't have to put torches down. I still put them down just so I know where I've been. But if you're running somewhere dark, the hyper-energetic night sword light up around you, so you're not as reliant on torches, which is pretty cool. Like in here, look, I've come down here, I can fight that guy. By the time I've fought him, it's all lit up. Right, I'm going to work my way out of this place. Looks like that was a proper way down. But I don't think I came. Well, no, I clearly didn't come that way down, did I? Oh, how did I get down? Oh, it was open to the. See there? It's open to the sky. So I came in that way. Cool. I'll see you back at my base. At the ship even. Right then, back at the ship, and I've just put together a quick spawner. I'm not exactly sure where I want these yet, so I've just took this together here. Now, the way these work is, these auto spawners, they spawn the same as a vanilla spawner does. Which means, how has that got power? Must have had power from when I took it apart. Which means that they spawn in 4 blocks in any direction from that corner there, the northwest corner of the spawn. That's how it works in vanilla. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 that way. So that's why I have double thick walls on the north and the west. 1, 2, 3 that way. Well, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4 that way. So I don't need double thick walls there. I just put double thick because to make it match that. 1, 2, 3, 4 that way. So the cat spawn outside of this cage. Yeah. So that's how you've got to do it. The grinder only does a 5 area in front of it, 5 by 5. So if you let the spawner be as big as the spawn could be, then your grinder's not guaranteed to hit everything. So that's generally how I do my cages. I do the north and the west walls double thick. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm not actually going to put a chest on this. I just want the stuff to get thrown out the back if it does. So I've just chucked together stuff really quickly, and I need a liquid transfer node. Let's transfer line. Let's put that there, and I've got this essence drum that's full. Now I've kind of got partly decorated. I'm going to sort out exactly where my cursed earth spawn is going to be. I'm probably going to have 3, and I might have them fastened to the wall up there. Well, no, I don't actually know where I'm going to have them. We haven't actually got that much room, considering these are quite big bays, to be honest. I might have to do a bit of squeezing stuff in. Now, having doors there, and there, and there kind of limits your space a little bit. So this should spawn me mana shrooms. We should be getting power. You may notice that I have brought my... Are you working or what? Wow. That's going down quick. Why is that going down so quick? Do I need... Oops. Silly me, I've not put the transfer node down. So that's not right, is it? That's the wrong way. I'll put it here for now, because as I said, it is temporary. Right, that's better. And now that should be going up. Wow, it takes a lot of power, it looks like, to spawn this guy, doesn't it? So these are not cheap to spawn, which is good, because they're a boss. So they shouldn't be. So we shall see. I've not actually put a floor in it, have I? Maybe should have. But that's how I'm gonna have my spawners. I'm gonna have them so like they're being placed here. I might make them look like shipping containers, possibly. Well, these will take ages to spawn. As you can see, I brought my limited processing. Apart from the Greg Tech bronze stuff from down in the basement, I've got my limited processing over here. So this is what's powering me, of course. And we're actually draining power. Interesting. Now that's draining because I filled these guys up. So I brought these across, and this works really straightforwardly actually. So as you can see, while we're waiting for that guy, oh there he is, look. So let's see if the grinder kills him. Yep. And let's see if we've got one of his axes. So if we did, look, chucked up the back, and look at that. We've got a Minotaur axe and some beef stroganoff, which is very nice. So nom nom nom, have some of that. And now if I run next door, and Rorax have been decorating her bay, if I run in here, and oh, she pulled all the machines up, so I cannot use the hammer. If I go back to my base, I'll use my hammer there. You'll see what we get with this. So I apologise in advance, it's going to get a little bit noisy. Because Greg Tech loves the noise. So yeah, down here, in the hammer, Chuck in the Manothorax. And it's not that noisy because of my sound muffler, of course, so I forgot about that. Taking a bit of steam. I see it processing it more than once. There we go. 4 lovely diamonds. Excellent. So what I can do for next time is I can get a Buildcraft silicon laser assembly table and lasers made, because I shall have a few diamonds, and get them powered up. And what I can do is get the bits needed for Gendustry, which require the BC silicon. So I'm just going to finish up quickly looking in here. Have we had any more of them? So we don't need loads, I guess. I don't want to be swimming in diamonds, just having a few is nice. But yeah, so quick look over here just to wrap up then. Now, I wasn't sure if this was self-automating, but it's not, so I need to put a transfer node on there just to feed stuff back into it, which will be pretty straightforward, I think. So, manually do it for now though. So it acts just like a normal apiary, but it's powered. So as you can see, it's using 21 hour for tick. The producing, and I'm just getting a few drones here. So what I've got here is light upgrade, as I showed you earlier, which means it works at night, which is very nice. At the minute, they can see the sky anyway, so I don't need the sky upgrade in there. But if you look at Gendustry, then there is all kind of these things to upgrade it with, and there is one for night sky, I think. Is that it? No, that's rain. There's one, I swear there is. That one sounds interesting. Look at that. Genetic decay minus 100%. So that, I believe, you can use to make ones that princesses that are ignoble. I'm guessing that's what you can do. Is that ignoble stock like that? If you run it through with one of them, then you can make it into a pristine, I'm guessing. So that needs one of them. So we need diamonds, we need pulsating chipsets for that. So like I say, I'll get the Buildcraft laser stuff made between episodes, and then this thing is why my power's a bit low there. It's got 5 million RF in it. I maybe shouldn't have filled that up because I'm probably going to have to move it anyway, and I'll probably lose all the power in it when I move it, possibly. But all I'm doing at the minute, I have got forestry in one of these and meadows in another. Need to get the Mutatron made, which uses that, and then we can combine them and get a guaranteed common out of them. So I can quickly go up the path to the top of the path, which is the one that gives Royal Jelly. Valiant, Royal, no, Royal, isn't it? Is it Royal? Anyway, the one I'm really after is Hermetic, this guy. And if you look at them, he's made by Monastic and Secluded. And I thought, I don't know where they come from. Yes, I do. I'll be able to find out. And if you look at what they produce, then what shows me what they produce? Keep going through here. Does it show me? Hermetic, there we go. Mellowcomb, and a Mellowcomb gets you nether quartz. So that is kind of why I'm going to that. But like I said earlier in the episode, it's also because I expect at some point we'll get extra bees. So platinum. Right then, we've got any more of these? We have. Look at that, more diamonds. 3 diamonds. Just uses power. Wonderful. So I'll leave it there. Thank you as always for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode. And next time we come back here, these should all be done out in quartz, and I shall be moving on to the next part of the ship, which probably won't be the hull. It'll probably be getting the engine room started. And as soon as I get one octuple, hello. As soon as I get one octuple cobble, I shall be making the first of the upgraded survivalist generators. Excellent. Cheers. Bye.